Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Last week, my daughter Shalva had a little moment, a difficult moment with two of her very good friends where they said something not nice, or she heard them say something not nice. And it was really bothering her the way it bothers all of us when something like that happens to us. And she thought, what should I do? What should I do? She's 8 years old. But she decided that she was going to, with a very loving heart, confront her friends. So she decided to go up to them and tell her how she felt. And she actually found in the end, they told her at least, that she misunderstood. It wasn't all what she thought, and they apologized for all of it. And to see her come back that day, she looked so happy. She was healed from this very difficult thing within herself. And I was very proud of her. So our parsha this week is a parsha where it has a very big question. The story of Jacob and his brother Esau when he finally goes back and sees his brother Esau. And the big question of the parsha is, why doesn't Esau do what he seemed to be intending to do and kill Jacob? Because Jacob was coming back, and Jacob had been gone for 20 years, and the last time that Esau saw Jacob, Jacob had stolen his blessing, and he'd run away. And now he's hearing that Jacob's coming back, but Jacob now wants to be the head of a tribe after being away for 20 years. And so Esau, we can imagine, is upset. And Jacob himself is very nervous. And so Jacob now, he's come back. He has all these children. He has 2 wives. He has a lot of possessions. He's doing very well for himself. He's nervous for everything that Esau might do. So he says, I'm going to send some messengers. He sends some messengers, and messengers say, we saw Esau coming this way, and he has 400 armed men with him. How would Jacob feel? We know he panics. He's very worried. He divides his camp into 2. He sends many gifts towards Esau. And we know the story. That night he wrestles with an angel. And when he wrestles with the angel, it's all night long. He wrestles. And in the morning he's given a new name, Israel, and he's blessed by the angel. And that's when he goes to see Esau. And this is the moment of truth. And Esau does not go after him. Esau falls on his neck and embraces him and kisses him and do all the things the brothers should do for each other. So what happened? Why didn't Esau carry through with his vengeance? And everything we know about Esau, he was not a good man, and he really did not care for his brother who had done a legitimate wrong to him. So the commentators say it must have been all about what happened that night when he was wrestling with the angels, or during that period. And some say, well, it's all those gifts he sent to Esau. He sent so many gifts to Esau, and Esau had a big ego, so Esau felt so pleased with all these gifts that he was sent. He thought, my brother has learned his lesson. I don't need to go after him again. And when Jacob approached him, Jacob bowed down 7 times. And so he made himself so small, Esau thought, well, he's acknowledging my dominance. But that's it. But my favorite explanation is one that my father speaks about. My father says it was all about that night when he was wrestling with the angel. And in that wrestling with the angel, he was wrestling with his past, and he was wrestling with his future. He was wrestling with what happened all those years before between him and Esau. He was worried about the future. But really, he was already a new man. But what happened in that night is he became fully that new person that he was supposed to be. He became Israel. He was no longer Jacob. And so when he walked up to Esau, Esau didn't see Jacob, the younger brother of his who had stolen his blessing. He saw a man who had overcome all those parts of himself that caused all the troubles. He saw someone who was completely different. He saw someone who was full of all of his accomplishments in the 20 years. And the Kabbalat has a beautiful insight, and it says that from that moment on, Jacob's name was no longer Jacob or Israel. Even his secret name was Emet, truth. After fooling his brother and being fooled himself, he finally found that place of truth. And when he approached Esau, he was full of that truth. just being himself. And from that place, Esau couldn't do anything but just love him as his younger brother, as his twin, as the brother he'd always wanted to have, but everything that come between them. And so the message of the Torah is really about the unstoppable power when we live as we should truly are, when we live from our truth, when we just are who we are, and we throw away all the other stuff, and we go through all the wrestling and struggling we each have to go through our life, and we emerge a fuller person. And when we live from that place, nothing can come to us. Nothing can reach us. It's a story about the power of transformation, and then we're able to transform ourselves. It not only transforms us, but also transforms the whole world. Shabbat Shalom.